Hi, my name is Mrs. Sanderson, and I am from the Florida Virtual School. I'm going to be your new Hope teacher here. And this orientation will take about 20 minutes. I just want to make sure I go through with you in depth of how to complete the segment, some tips, and hopefully answer any questions that you have. You're going to be watching this before the welcome call. That way you are well prepared before we do that call, and that will make the phone call a little bit shorter as well because most of your questions will be answered through this orientation video. Thank you. So I am from Findlay, Ohio, which is a small town up in Northwest Ohio. I went to Ohio State for both my undergraduate and graduate work. I have a Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Family Science and a Master's in Education through Family and Consumer Sciences. Throughout this class, if you have any questions, my phone number is down here on the screen, so please save this in your phone. And I am asking you to text me with your first and last name. That way I can easily store you into my contacts. My email is ksanderson@flvs.net for right now, but once you're in the class, there is a very easy email system. All you have to do is click on Email Instructor, and you can email me directly through there. Here's a picture of my two sons. Aiden is 11 and Brennan is 7, turning 8 actually here on May 9th. And my two dogs, Mallory and Scarlet, they are rescues from the Humane Society, and my loving husband of 16 years. So that's just a little bit about me. Like I said, I am here to support you, and you can text or call or email. I'm available Monday through Friday. I do return all voicemail messages within 24 hours, and I return all emails within 24 hours. I do grade work within 48 hours. Anything submitted over the weekend, I will grade it on Monday. Keep in close contact with me, and I will certainly keep in close contact with you. I want to help you finish your class successfully within the 12 weeks or less. Monthly progress updates are sent to parents via email. If no response via email, I send it via text. If the student is not doing well, then I will pick up the phone and give the parent a phone call. Because this is a physical education course, we have a rule. State of Florida states that all students in a physical education course cannot finish that semester in less than 21 days. So this is especially important to note for students taking this during the summer when they want to take it pretty quickly. You cannot finish in quicker than 21 days. That would be roughly one module per week. Okay, I also want to explain about the drop add period. This is kind of like a trial, if you will. Students who are not doing well within the 14 days, we do withdrawal. Now that is not just there for me, but that's also there for you. So if you feel like this is not something that you want to do or you want to take it at a later date, let me know that within the first 14 days and I can withdraw you without any penalty. Okay, or without any grade or any penalty if we withdraw you before the first 14 days is over. Now the course, so there's segment 1 and segment 2. Both are a half credit. So when you're finished with the segment, you'll get a half credit sent to your school. So segment 1 are modules 1, 2, and 3. And segment 2 are modules 4, 5, and 6. Both are pretty much the same format, just different content. So there are, in segment 1, you can see there are 31 assignments total. There are 3 wellness plans, 3 pre-tests, 2 videos, 2 phone calls, 1 collaboration, and a final exam. The rest are quizzes. Okay, same thing for segment 2. You can see that breakdown. Really the only different thing in segment 2 is the CPR assignment. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I'll break down some of these assignments here in future slides. Note though, all work must be your own. Unfortunately, we do have some academic integrity issues, and those are dealt with on a case-by-case basis. But do yourself a favor and just make sure that when you're using internet sources, you are paraphrasing and documenting. When you're working with another student, you're turning in your own work and not just merely copying from another student. So what is due each week? There's a pace chart that is provided for you within the Hope Help site. The Hope Help site is a purple button from the course announcement page inside the class. That Hope Help site is extremely important, and we do suggest that you go in there every week. It gives you helpful hints, examples, grading rubrics, has all the assignments in there if you need a downloadable version. So all of that is really important. But the PACE chart, you have a 6-week and a 12-week option. Typically for students taking the class during their normal school year, the 12-week option for segment 1 is the best, as well as segment 2. And that is 2 to 3 assignments every week by Sunday night. Okay, just remember that. Even if you submit more the previous week, it's not okay to take a week off. You could be in jeopardy of being withdrawn. So it's very important that you, just like a normal class, you are engaged and active in that class every single week, okay? If you have a week where you cannot log in for an entire 7 days, you will need to let me know that ahead of time. So make sure you have my phone number, okay? So logging in, these are just some information on how to use the technology in the class. So to log in from your student dashboard, you're going to see this when you come into your student dashboard. This is called VSA, okay, Virtual Student Administrator. And so here you'll see an email. I will tell you I don't use this email system unless you are just placed into my class, you know, before we do the welcome call. After you're activated into the course, I don't use this email system, so please do not email me from this system once you're in the class. Once you're in the class, you're going to use the class email that's in there. Okay, what you're going to want to do though is click Enter Class here, enter the course. If you click on that, it'll take you directly into the class. And this is one of my biggest questions I get from students. I logged in, but how do I get into the class? I don't see any lessons. Down here at the bottom, this is some information that will be helpful. You can see your weeks active. You can see the last time your parent did a monthly phone call with me. You can see your grade, percent complete. So this is all information that I look at on a weekly basis for you, but you can also keep track. Once you're in there, you're going to see a course announcement page. That course announcement page is loaded with good information, including this black telephone that you'll be able to click on throughout the class if you ever want to schedule a discussion-based assessment with me. Those are at the end of modules 1, 3, 4, and 6. So that's where you go to make those appointments. Now, navigating through the class, at the top of your screen, you're going to see these icons. And when you click on them, they take you to lessons, your assessments, the home page, the main menu, and checking your email. Okay, so checking your email every time you log in will be very important. If you have a little red box that has a number in it, that means you have new emails. Lessons, we want you to click on your lessons first, read through the entire lesson, take notes, and then click on assessments to submit something. Your assessments is everything in order of what you're going to submit in this class, including all of your quizzes, all of your wellness plans, all of your discussion-based assessments, everything. The biggest problem that students make is they click on assessments first blindly without reading the lesson first, and then they get really confused. Like, what is this assignment? So make sure you click on lessons first because the lesson is going to explain everything in detail. So once you go to the main menu, you're going to see all of this stuff, okay? Lessons, assessments, grade book is going to be really important. You can resubmit all assignments by clicking on your grade book. So let's say you got a C on an assignment, you want to resubmit it to get an A, you come here and click on grade book, which is up here in the middle upper portion of your main menu. You can retake all quizzes one time. Whatever you get that second time around, though, is what you'll receive for your final quiz grade. And once again, you do that by going to the grade book and clicking on the quiz grade and clicking reset. Now, your lessons. Once you click on lessons, you're going to see all 6 modules. If you're in segment 1, obviously you start in module 1. If you are in segment 2, you're going to start in module 4. Hopefully that makes sense. You can see segment 1 on the left and segment 2 on the right-hand side. Please do not skip over any assignments. Another mistake that students make is that they go into their assessments and just take all the quizzes. That's not going to help you out because you could be withdrawn from the course if you're not completing assignments on a weekly basis, okay? The wellness plans, those assignments take a few weeks because that's 7 hours of exercise that you need to be logging. So do not skip over those. If you end up with just all wellness plans, you're not going to be able to submit those each week, and you could be withdrawn. So take things as they come in the lessons and do not skip over anything. So once you click on your assessments, like I said, you're going to see everything in order of what you're submitting, and this is kind of what it will look like, okay? If you want to submit an assignment, so for example, let's say you're ready to submit the 1.03 video that's shown here on the screen, you're going to click on the assignment, and then it's going to allow you to write messages to me in a student comments box if you have anything that you want me to know about the assignment, any special instructions, if you just want to say hi. And then you're going to attach the file. And if you look here on the screen, these are the step-by-step instructions. You just click on Add Files, bring up your computer, and then double-click on the file that you want to attach. And then make sure you click the Submit for Grading box so that it allows you to fully submit it to me so it shows up in my grade book. You don't want to just save it for later. That does not submit it to me. That just saves your progress. But submit for grading and then submit to be graded. And then once you've submitted it and I've graded it, you can click on Gradebook at any time to see your grades. You also can click on the grade to see if I've provided any comments for you. I don't really provide comments on the quizzes, but I do provide comments on all assignments that you are attaching. Discussion-based assessments. Review all of the material that you've read through for that module, take notes, and then schedule the appointment in a timely fashion. I don't want you skipping over these. However, if you want to go in and make an appointment and then move on while you're waiting for me to call you for that scheduled appointment, you are more than welcome to do that. It's the students that just merely skip over it and don't even try to make an appointment. We want you to take these discussions in a timely fashion within a week or so that the information is fresh in your mind. If I am away on vacation, then obviously I'll give you an email before I leave giving you permission to skip over and come back to it when I come back, but that's very few and far between. There are 2 discussion-based assessments in each segment. They're at the end of modules 1, 3, 4, and 6. And you'll use the black telephone to make those appointments. Typically, my appointments are Monday through Thursday from 2:30 to 5. They are 10-minute increments. If those times don't work out for you, then send me an email and I'll make something special for you. So you'll notice that collaboration is at the top of your assessment. That does not necessarily mean that you have to do it first thing, though. Once again, if you click on your lessons and just follow the lessons, everything's going to make sense. But if you go to your assessments and just try to blindly start submitting things, you're going to get very confused because you're going to see this collaboration assignment at the top of your assessments list. Collaboration means that you need to work with other students. You have 2 assignments that are called Collaboration Product and Collaboration Reflection. How do you complete them? You need to attend 1 live lesson during the semester. You are more than welcome to attend more than 1 live lesson. They are fantastic and very helpful. The schedule is located on the main page of the course, and you can see that on the right-hand corner. What do I need to turn in to receive credit? Well, during that live lesson, and those live lessons take anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, you'll be in a website called Blackboard Collaborate. You'll get to the website by clicking on the hyperlinks found here on the schedule of the announcement page. Once you get in there, you'll be in there with a Hope teacher and other Hope students, and you guys will complete an activity together. That teacher will tell you what to submit so that you get credit for the product and reflection. It's that simple, and it's very fun, and you're going to learn a lot. Now, the wellness plans, these are worksheets where you'll be able to track your physical activities. There's also going to be some questions. You're going to reflect on your progress and demonstrate what you've learned in that particular module. So each module has its own specific wellness plan, and those worksheets are in the lesson. So if you're reading through the lesson, you'll see them and it will make perfect sense to you. There is a wellness plan due at the end of every single module in the class. And these wellness plans are a few pages long. They're worth anywhere between 140 and 240 points. So they're a big part of your grade. Make sure you spend the time filling those out as you progress through the class. Each one must include at least 420 minutes of exercise that you've completed. That's 7 hours, okay? So for module 1, there's 7 hours of exercise that you're logging on that worksheet. So you'll see it in lesson 1.00. The first thing that you read through, you're going to see the wellness plan there. And you're going to open it up and you're going to save it on your computer and you're going to start logging. Every time you exercise and do cardiovascular exercise, you're going to log it. And keep saving it until you get to the end of the module and then fill out the rest and you'll be done. Do not wait until the end of the module to try to fill it out. Just fill it out as you progress and it'll be a lot easier for you. So here's what the physical activity log looks like roughly. You're going to have the date, what you did for a warm-up activity, your main physical cardiovascular activity, and how many minutes you spent. Once again, we need a total of 420 minutes of exercise, and we need at least 3 different types. So that's really important. We'll describe that to you in the first few lessons of why it's important to have a variety of cardiovascular exercises, but at least 3. So for example, basketball, swimming, and aerobics. That would be an example of 3 different activities. Now in the last section of each wellness plan, you have 2 options to show me your moves. If you decide to purchase the Move Band or if you wear a Fitbit, any type of a fitness tracker, you can use that method and take a Snagit image of the information and put the Snagit or what's the other word I'm looking for? Just a little snapshot of that image from your phone or from the device. That was fine. Or you can manually calculate the information by using these 3 steps here shown on the wellness plan. Now, like I mentioned, if you're in segment 2, there is a CPR requirement. You have 2 options for this. You can either find a local class and take it. You'll send me your certification card in that assignment. Or there's an alternative where you make a video. You watch a video on how to perform hands-only CPR, and then you video record yourself showing me those steps. And that's at the end of Module 6, so you do have some time to figure that out. Now, what do I expect from you? How are you going to be successful in this class? You're going to check your pace chart every time you log in and never get behind. If you follow that pace chart every week and just submit those assignments that week by Sunday nights, you're never going to fall behind and it's going to work out perfectly. Check your email in the course daily. Check your grade book for my feedback. Revise and resubmit work that you failed. Use the Hope Help site on the main course page and take notes. Now, if you have any questions, by all means, the welcome call is the perfect opportunity to ask those. So write those remaining questions down for me. Make sure you have scheduled the welcome call. I need to speak to both parent and student at the exact same time. If you are not home at the same time, I can 3-way us all in. I do that all the time. It's no problem at all. Oops, there's my dog. The password. Text me the password so I know that you've watched this video. The password is healthy, HEALTHY. Text me your first and last name and this password so I know you've watched the full video. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to being your teacher. Bye-bye.